All right, Lagos. Yes, it is that time. Well, yes, we've gone a bit far behind time. 25 minutes gone past five. You are tuned into personal finance. Personal finance is one of my favorite times because this time around we get to talk to the people who are in certain businesses who have putting their funds, putting their time, and they get to give us personal experience from their own perspective, how it is that they've been making things count. And today on personal finance, we'll be taking, yesterday on Business Hub, we talked about wine. Today on personal finance, we are talking about food. If you know me, I love food. So, talking about food, we'll be talking in particular how to make money in e-commerce, especially in Nigeria's food sector. Uh, for a lot of businesses, it's not so easy. They don't know how to go about it, but thankfully, my guest is going to be sharing great insights. I have joining me, not virtually, she's joined me in the studio. So she will give you first hand, first hand experience of how it is going for her. Good evening, Saudat. Well, first off, let me say her name properly. Her name is Saudat Salami. She's the founder of EasyShop EasyCook. EasyCook. It's an online grocery delivery business, and I can't imagine how that must be. We are very special people. I'm being honest. We're a special breed, not just in Africa but around the world. So, first off, how has it been managing humans?
Good evening. Good evening, everybody. When I started EasyShop EasyCook, um it was not because of food, it was because of managing humans.
See what I
It was about the challenges.
mean? Okay.
It was about the chores. It was about seeing the business opportunity in um taking those chores and taking those challenges and finding a way to profit from it while offering a service to the people that were suffering at the time. So in 2001, when I found out that a lot of women were dropping out of work because of the challenges of the responsibilities domestically, I have a tech background, and
Awesome.
technology is always a tool that you can use to multiply impact, you can use as a leveler, you can use to reach people. So technology was the tool that I used to solve that problem for working women that wanted to outsource that challenge that they were having. And food was, of course, that, that one of the challenges that a lot of women had domestically. So yeah. So for me, it wasn't just about food. Food was just one thing that I was using to solve a problem that a lot of people had.
All right. Lagos, we'll take a quick breather. I know, yeah, like, oh, but we just started. Well, we're a bit behind time, but hey, when we get back in, we definitely will talk a lot more about how she's been able to curate it such that she was able to blend, tech, food, online shopping. You do this already now, but is it any easier? Well, just as the name implies, EasyShop EasyCook. We'll talk more about it. If I were you, I wouldn't move a muscle. You need to jot everything down. Please, by all means, do so. Stay glued to your radio. Smooth 98.1. Okay. Just under a minute and we're back in.
EasyShop ran for 20 years. I just wrote a book about it. That's why I'm here. I closed it in 2000 and 2 years ago, and I just launched my book 2 weeks ago. So it's all around it.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll talk about it. So this just to guide you.
Okay. Awesome.
I get additional 25 minutes talk time and 1 GB data welcome bonus. That's why I only make calls if I blue light now.
Enjoy 36 minutes of MB data on every 6 minutes call you make in a day. Unclose. Enjoy a one-time 2,000 naira welcome bonus. That's with 25 minutes talk time and 1 GB worth of data. Get your Glow 9 and dial *606# to enjoy. Terms and conditions apply.
It's all about your finances made easy because financial education is about not working on money. Personal finance on Smooth 98.1.
All right, Lagos, 31 minutes, 10 to 5. You are tuned into Personal Finance here on Smooth 98.1. And today we are talking about food in the sense, yes, food. I like food. So anything that is in that space, you'll find me. And I'm always excited talking about it. But today we are taking a look at it from a different angle. We're taking a look at it from a techie side of things. And my guest is here with me, and she's going to be talking about how things have been so far. Well, let's even get into the business side of it itself. What was your first observation when you made your way into the market? What was it like?
When I decided to do this business, I, of course, like every other girl growing up, your mom is always the one in the market.
Oh, yes.
And you go to the market with her, and you're not wearing an entrepreneur cap, a business person cap. You're just going with mom to the market. So, and I have a tech. I was tech, pure tech. So when I decided to do this, of course, I had to go into the market. So I went with my mom, and this time around, I was wearing the business cap. And then I realized, oh my God, I thought that was just going to build a platform to make it easy for women to go online, go on my platform and click, and order food, fresh groceries. Then the suppliers,
you could be the middle
I'll
person,
just
more
be
or
the
less.
middle person, buy the food and deliver. But by the time I got to where I was going to source the food from, I just realized that there was actually no system. There was no system. It was war going into the market. It was war coming out of the market. It was war. It was getting a parking spot. There was then the craziest thing is the measuring devices.
It's never the same.
The measuring devices. I mean, I just wrote a book about it, selling paper online, and I wrote how we were able to put a system in place because when I came in, I wanted to come in to make it easier for people to shop. Right. Hence the name EasyShop EasyCook, because if you shop easy, you cook easy. So we wanted to reduce the cooking time for working women so that when they get back,
transition is just seamless.
Yes, they'll just quickly, cook their food and then do whatever. But I just realized that if I give them this food the same way I got it from the market,
oh my days,
my business will not last. I never thought that was going to be part of the plan. So I found out that I had to come back, clean it, grate it, grind it, all sorts of things. Then how am I going to tell them that, oh, this is a basket of tomatoes? Which baskets are you talking about? Because when you go into the market in 2001, there are over 20 types of baskets. So which baskets? So we had to get a measuring scale, and I bought different types of containers in the market. And we weighed, and we had our own in-house standard so that when we deliver to our customers, when we don't tell you a basket of tomatoes, we tell you 20 kg, 50 kg, 40 kg, 10 kg. So when you get a measuring scale, you will put it and you will find exactly that there. So it was important for us to build our own system in-house. And that is for anybody that is building anything, where there are no systems and there are no structures and there are no standards. You cannot wait for government or any institution to enforce standards for you. You have to self-regulate. so that you can provide value for your customers, so that they can go to rest, because you're here to solve a problem. And I knew that very early because I was exposed to so many books by a lot of authors. I was into personal development. Yes, I was very business oriented even before I started my business. So I was well prepared that if I go out there, I have to provide value. My customers have to be able to trust me. And on the internet, the number one currency is trust.
I agree. I agree. Talking about trust. Let's we'll come to you've spoken about writing a book. We'll come to that in a bit. But you see this thing with trust and customers. How was it? How did you build it? Because delivery to customers, that involves logistics and that involves a third party. How were you able to manage this?
When I started, I was a pioneer. So trust was zero.
I'm not surprised.
So even when I had a website and I already did my research and people said, yes, I want to use your service, they still needed to see me. They needed to see me. They wanted me to come to take the order from their office, from their house. Then they would not pay until we get there. But I understood that.
Okay.
I understood that. But the thing is, every day they place an order, you must know that that trust is what they're going to use to judge you. So you cannot afford to fail. You cannot afford to fail. Whatever, and from day one, we had a return policy. So everything you order, if you're not satisfied with it, we are going to do either of two things: give you your money back or replace that item.
Oh.
So it was so easy for us to build trust over time with our customers. So we didn't have issues over time. You would never find a scandal about us anywhere, because the reason why people have those kind of scandals on social media is because they need social justice, because they have come to you, they have told you that they have a problem with your service and you did not address it. They have sent you mails, you did not address it. They have called you, you did not address it. And so what they do, they come on social media and they seek social justice. And then you respond to them. So what we did, we had a no-nonsense approach to it. Once you send an email or once you complain, we will either give you your money back or we will replace that item. And I think people need to learn how to do that. When we were running our business, there were very few people doing businesses online. We had to convince many people that it was possible. But now that a lot of people have online businesses, I don't know why trust can still be an issue, especially for, I'm not even talking about the customer, I'm talking about the business owners themselves that refuse to have a return policy. Even if government is not enforcing it, because FCC, PC or something like that, I think they try to do something, but that is an afterthought. You must self-regulate. You must self-regulate. As a business owner, you have to have integrity. You have to think about your customer. Why did you come into this business? You are here to genuine. Yes. If you are here to solve a problem, your job is to solve that problem and not to compound the customer's problem.
I like the fact that you just said that it's to solve a problem and not compound it. But talking about social media, or let's come back to the grocery shopping. Now you have a lot of online stores. You have it's now become, like, I don't know, sensational, if I will use that word. And you see a lot of people just gushing about certain platforms. Is it just aesthetics, or do those orders actually arrive as it is? And I'm saying this because we're getting into the holiday season, and there's usually this rush, this craze, like, oh, I have to have this. How do people even keep up with? I'm just asking because you've transitioned from that to something else. But how was it? You've had experience in that space, especially during seasons, not just as we're getting into this, different seasons, and you have to appeal to, you have to supply all the customers. How was it? How did you get around doing that?
It's about systems and structure. systems and structure. And I wrote about that a lot in my book. There's no way you can scale your business without having systems and structure so that you can replicate a success process. As long as there's a way you can do something successfully, you must be able to write the step-by-step process for it, so that when more than one person places an order or requires that service, you can replicate it successfully. And not only replicate it successfully, you can troubleshoot it. So when a customer places an order, or 10 customers place their order, and something goes wrong along the way, if you go through this step by step, like in my office, we'll ask, what is the standard operating procedure? That's the first question we ask. What is the standard operating procedure? If you follow the standard operating procedure and you did not arrive at that successful order, it means that something has gone wrong. And you can easily troubleshoot it. Or maybe you did not do this step 3, you did not clean it properly, or the supervisor did not check you, or you did not record this, or you did not record that, or that is why you need systems and structure. Systems and structure. And a lot of people, when you're talking about a lot of orders, yes, of course, people embellish. But the thing is, technology is that platform that can allow you to scale. So sometimes those numbers are not fake. Them meeting the needs might be the issue.
Okay.
But on a platform, if you have your strategy right and people place orders, you can get tons of orders that you might not even be able to meet. That is why technology is a very great platform that enables, and you can put anything on top of it. When we decided to sell pepper on that platform in 2001, many people laughed. But it is a platform that you can take anything, just about anything, and put it on that platform. And it is a platform that should be used to empower, to create jobs, to create wealth. At every corner of Nigeria, as long as there's a phone and you can reach people remotely, you can definitely accelerate growth for any business at all.
Oh, okay. How do you protect against goods being damaged on your way? Because with most businesses, and especially startups, they don't usually consider insurance as a thing. How do you find yourself? How do you deal with that quagmire?
Insurance in Nigeria is like, you say, God is protecting us, but insurance is very important. When you start supplying like corporates, you will know that you're going to need it because they're going to ask you for goods in transit. A lot of companies are going to ask you for that. And even you're going to need it. I talked about that in my book when we lost almost 5 million one time, going and delivering to a company in Port Harcourt. Yeah. So it is so important for you to have insurance when you're doing certain things. Okay. Well, almost everything. But because everybody's price sensitive, so doing that insurance now is an issue. But when it comes to delivery in Nigeria, it's still part of that trust. Trust for your staff. The other day, my daughter was talking about a friend that ordered small chops online. And when the small chops came, it was opened. And she asked the driver, how was it? Why is it open? And the rider said, I wanted it to breathe. What do you mean you wanted it to breathe? And by the time the rider went, 2 of the pieces of small chop had been removed. It wasn't complete. So this is an issue with us, like cultural wise. Cultural wise, you will have so many things and so many people say, no, it's where you're walking, that's where you're going to chop. What does that mean? Chop as in what? As in ruin the business for the owner, or chop as in collect your salary and collect bonuses and collect perks. But definitely not ruin the business for the cost. So it's about personal ethics. It's about and making sure that in your office it's commonplace. It's repeated in posters that you have all over the place. It's repeated in the conversations you have around the meetings. It's repeated in your standard operating procedure. It's repeated all over the place. It's a culture. It is a culture. It is a culture. It is a culture. So it's something I always tell people that when you place order on our site and when you send a mail of you having a problem, if I can easily tell you where that problem came from and why. And the person that did that will definitely not get away with it. So if you do it once, you will be caught. So there's no need for you to repeat it because there's a process in place for you to check it. It's just there. So people need to learn to put structures in place. A lot of people will say if you don't have those things in place, a lot of people will test the system.
Oh yes, a lot of people like to test systems.
So you trust your staff, but you have to put tests in place.
We're almost out of time. Here's the thing I'd like you to help summarize. You're in tech world. We've also talked a bit about tech and how it is. But if you own a business that is not, there's no tech side to it, there's a problem. We've seen agentic AI on board, and people are more afraid that that is going to take away jobs. What is your thoughts where artificial intelligence is concerned with improving efficiency in business?
Technology improves efficiency. All forms of technology, computers, your microwave,
Yes.
AI. AI is a beautiful, beautiful platform. It's a beautiful platform. But unfortunately, like every technology, when it's increasing efficiency for you, it's going to reduce the job. And unfortunately, we are not creating alternative jobs as fast as we're creating the technology. So they have to be, and apart from that, it needs to be regulated.
Okay.
Have you seen the videos going out? Have you seen the
yes.
AI videos
Yes.
going out?
Ridiculous.
They are getting, near real. So we have to have regulation. But then again, we need to create jobs. There's so many jobs. Look, Nigeria is a beautiful virgin market. I keep telling people, especially in the services sector, we can create jobs from mundane things that we're all shouting about every day, coming on radio, abusing everybody, saying how broke you are, saying how the country is finished and the challenges you're having. The challenges, the chaos, is business opportunity. If you give them the right tools, the right business tools, if you give our youths and people the right business tools, they can turn these opportunities and challenges into sustainable, scalable business opportunities. So as you're shouting every day, step back and ask yourself, you noticing this thing, does that not tell you that God is putting something in your front to create wealth for you and your community, to create jobs? So yes, AI is there, but we still have challenges that AI cannot fix. We cannot take our way to bad roads, to the road. You cannot take our way to the gutters. We cannot take our way to so many things out of so many of these challenges. We need humans, we need people, we need jobs to be. We still do not sell beans that is picked. Oh, no. That is somebody's job. Yes, it's technology, you're going to do that. But do you know how many humans are going to be in that environment and the technology that you're going to put there? There's still going to be job creation. We have basic things that we can use to create jobs and wealth. So instead of us just making noise and complaining, let's put in the work and give ourselves the tools, the entrepreneurship tools to turn these challenges and chaos into business, sustainable business opportunities.
Thank you so much for that great insight. As we wrap up, how can Lagos or the rest of the world reach out to you on your social media platform? Because this great insight, trust me, it's not something that we just want to let go just like that. So social media handle that we can always reach out to you.
First of all, I wrote a book, Selling Pepper Online. It's not just about literally about selling pepper. It is a metaphor for just taking something simple and using the technology to multiply your impact. Anything. So first of all, you can get my book, Selling Pepper Online. Then my social media handles, all my handles are Saudat Salami. My Instagram, my Facebook, my LinkedIn, everything, Saudat Salami.
Okay, Lagos. It's been an insightful session today. Trust me, I wish I could just, I've gone beyond time, but it's been great insight this evening. You can always go back and catch up on YouTube. I'll share how you can do that. But in the meantime, you need to stay glued to your radio. 6 o'clock, I'll come back to take your reactions to the musings. I see some of you already share yours. But one thing is certain, the conversation